Getting all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here in the World of Juice channel, and welcome to the start of a new era. That is right, we are officially here with the Team Builder Dynasty in College Football 25. Now, this team is fully my creation. I didn't just download a team from the Team Builder thing, the community files or whatever. This is my full creation, the jerseys, the logo, the players, at least the names. I didn't edit any of the attributes or anything like that. The field, everything is my creation, fully my idea. So I'm excited to show them to you, show you the jerseys, show you the field, show you all that kind of good stuff as we take on a new challenge here with this Team Builder Dynasty. Very excited to get started. If you guys are too, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any college football content, including the Team Builder Dynasty. And hit that like button, join the Juice Club, and let's get started with the Northern Ohio Golden Broncos. So here we are, the main screen, the preseason of Season 1 here with the Golden Broncos of Northern Ohio. And Juice, you may be saying, that just looks like the Boise State logo. Well, to be fair, it is. I took a Boise State logo, I recolored it, and it's now our logo. They can screw off. Who cares about Boise State? Come on, Boise State? They've only ever been relevant for 4 seconds. We are the new it factor with the Bronco logo. So that's what we're working with. Our color scheme is gold, black, and white. So those are the 3 colors that we have to rock with. The Northern Ohio Golden Broncos, we're bringing football back to Northern Ohio. I should say we're bringing relatively good football and relevant football to the national media back to Northern Ohio. Because you've got teams like Toledo and Youngstown State and all these just bummy teams that nobody cares about, that are never going to win a playoff game. They're never going to go to the national title game. They're never going to be relevant on the grand scheme of national media. But that's going to change with the Northern Ohio Golden Broncos. We are going to flip the script and make sure that everybody knows the name. The Golden Broncos. We're going to be up there with Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, Miami back in the 2000s. Not Miami now, they suck. All of these teams, Texas, USC, all of these teams you think of that have the national, like, powerhouse brand names. We're going to be right up there with them. You just watch. So this is what we are working with. We have to set up our recruiting board, create our schedule, and do everything. And you may have noticed our head coach, he's a fan favorite of the channel. He's a legendary NFL wide receiver. And in the past couple of years, he may have let himself go a little bit. It is Mr. Richard Dickey Guyton. That's right, he is taking over. Now, I know he went to South Carolina as his college when we drafted him in the New England Patriots 10-year series. But he's had a change of heart. He's traveled around the world. He's been everywhere. He's a global phenomenon, very big in Japan. And he's come back to the United States, and he said, you know what? Northern Ohio, Canton, Ohio, it has the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And we need to make Northern Ohio relevant again. He saw that. He pointed on a map, and he said, we're making Northern Ohio, Canton, Ohio, relevant to the national media. So that's what he's doing right here with the Northern Ohio Golden Broncos, the first head coach in history. Now, I do have coach firing off, so we cannot get fired. Well, I have CPU only. So we will be with the Golden Broncos the entire time. Heisman difficulty, which is going to be brutal with this roster. And speaking of the roster, let's meet the team. I have not done anything to the ratings. I changed the names of the players. I changed the face of the players, and everything else is just what I was given generically auto-generated ratings. So I trust me, I did not change any of this stuff except for I changed a few players' face models in the Team Builder website. I just wanted to go with a base, whatever they gave me with the ratings. So some people may be fast, some people may not be fast. Who knows? It looks like we do have a guy, Amani Tolles, who's very fast. He's a junior. So I'm excited to see if any of these guys become channel legends, like Mr. Dickie Guyton, their head coach. We are in the MAC conference. The MAC conference is where we reside. And if you're wondering what team we replaced in college football, because you have to replace a team to add a team builder team, it is Charlotte. And the reason I replaced Charlotte is not only because they're a one-star school, also because I have their stadium. When I was creating the team builder, when I was doing them in the team builder website, I chose Charlotte's stadium because I think it had like 15,000 fans or 16,000 fans, something like that. And I wanted a small-scale school or small-scale stadium for this one-star program. So I chose Charlotte Stadium. So then I was like, well, we can't really have Charlotte in college football if I already have their stadium. So I replaced Charlotte and moved the Golden Broncos to the MAC because that just makes sense. We're in Northern Ohio. Obviously, we got to be playing in the MAC. And hopefully we can develop enough where we get to the Big Ten or we get to the ACC or the SEC or whatever it may be in the future. So obviously, since I replaced the Charlotte team, we have their records and their history and all that kind of stuff. But we're creating our own history. It starts here with year one of the Golden Broncos. So right now we are an 82 offense, 81 defense, and an 81 overall. This is the team. Our quarterbacks are Deshaun Wheeler, 83 overall, sophomore quarterback out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. 85 speed, 86 acceleration. Looks like he could be a pretty good player. But he's also got a battle with Caleb Nobles, who's a junior quarterback, 83 overall, and he's a little bit faster. So maybe we go with Noble. He's not that much faster. It's not that big of a difference. But speed is speed. He's got more strength. He's got better change. He just looks better in every single position. I wonder why they have Deshaun Wheeler ahead of him then. Maybe his throw power is a little bit better. No, his throw power is worse than Noble's. Oh, it's because his accuracies are slightly better. That's why. His short accuracy and his medium accuracy are a little bit better than Caleb Nobles. But we'll have a true quarterback battle. We'll play both of these guys probably and see which one I vibe with a little bit more. Remember, we're on Heisman difficulty, so I'm not going to vibe with anybody that well in the beginning. We've also got Adam Madison, who is a freshman out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, 77 overall. And then we've got Scott Tarpley, who is a junior who is not very good and probably will never see the field. Too bad for him. At running back, we have Emil Singer, 87 overall. One of our best players on the entire team. 90 speed, 93 excel. What makes him so good? He's got 91 ball carrier vision. He's got 90 juke move. He looks like he could be a very good player. He can't really block that well. That's okay. He's only 5'11". He looks like he's a good player. Very, very good player. Excited to have him on the team. We also have Ethan Hooks, 79 overall, 92 speed. So he's faster than Emil Singer, at least in terms of just raw speed. Does he have anything that he does well? Ooh, he's got better catching traffic. Okay, maybe this is our little Christian McCaffrey type player. Not the greatest running back in the world, but Deuce Washington III out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. He's a little guy, 5'8", sophomore, 70 overall, 91 speed, 93 excel. All right, maybe we can develop him, only a sophomore. Then we've got Kendrick Mosley Jr., who's a 68. 87 awareness, 95 carrying. Wow, okay, 95 carrying for the junior. 88 trucking. Ooh, he's a beast. Okay. And we got two freshmen. We got Mac Bannister, and we've got Jashawn Oliver. Also, funny enough, out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. So maybe him and Deuce Washington went to the same high school. I mean, I don't know how many big-time football high schools are in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, but I would assume that there are not too many big-time football high schools, so maybe these guys were teammates. Who knows? But they're both here in Northern Ohio now. And then we got Jashawn Oliver as well, who's really fast. 96 speed, 94 excel. He's a freshman. He's going to be a stud. At fullback, we have this man right here, Andre Battle, but he doesn't really matter too much. Then we've got wide receivers. We've got Amani Tolles, who we looked at earlier. He's got 97 speed, 98 excel. He's a burner. Very excited to use him. But he's a junior, so we have to replace him very soon. But then we've got freshman 85 overall Sammy Allen Jr. out of Hogansville, Georgia. Wow. Okay. 6'4", deep threat freshman. We can develop this man into a beast. We've got Ryan Trinidad, who's a senior. Okay, 6 foot deep threat. Then we've got Terrence Weeks, who's a sophomore wide receiver, 6'3". Okay, I can start to see the building blocks here. If we build around Sammy Allen Jr., Terrence Weeks, and maybe either Brennan Blankenship or Christopher Greenwell, who are both pretty young, if we build around those guys, we can have a receiving core for 3 or 4 years that are unbelievably good. We've also got Caleb Matthews. We got Brennan Blankenship, as I mentioned, who's a 74 overall deep threat. We've got Ivan Berry, Christopher Greenwell Jr., and Z Smith, who's a freshman, who I'm probably going to redshirt if I don't forget to, because I'd rather have him stick around a little bit longer. So good wide receiving core, a lot of future potential in this receiving core. Tight ends, we don't have a lot, it looks like. We've got Trent McCabe, or would it be McCabe or McCabe? I'm going to call him McCabe. I don't know for sure. But he's here. He's a blocking tight end. That's not good when your best tight end is a blocking tight end, although it could be good on Heisman difficulty. Adam Vance, not very good. Dalen Wolford is not good either. He's a senior. Bradley Hatcher III, hardly know, is a freshman. Maybe we can turn him into something. He's got decent raw potential, but 57 overall is going to be brutal. And then Cameron Hardesty is bad. So tight end is going to be a big need in either the transfer portal or in just straight up recruiting. Offensive line, we've got left tackle 90 overall Aaron Beecher, who's a junior. Julian Johnson Harris, sophomore, out of Beatrice, New England. Or is that Nebraska? Would that be Nebraska? Ooh, I don't know. That might be Nebraska. Who cares? Marquise Harvey, left tackle, freshman, 75 overall, could be the future. And then Lance Patton, also a freshman, 6'5". Okay. So left tackle seems to be in a good spot for the future. Left guard, we've got John Turnbull, who's an 86 overall junior. TJ Greenfield, 75 overall, 73 overall, sophomore, and then Monty Moore out of Brooklyn. Offensive line right now looks to be in a good spot for the future, so we'll add a few pieces probably in the recruiting, but not. Offensive line's not going to be like the biggest need we have to go for. It's probably going to be tight end. Although I don't know what the defense looks like. Center is Jason Northfield, Zane Dean, and London Bradley. So we got a nice little sophomore center here in Zane Dean. Then we've got senior right guard Robert Ritter, hardly know her, and then Tyreek Sanders and Javon Morrison Jr., who's a freshman and a sophomore respectively. Right tackle is McKinley Rivers. Then you got Pierce Erickson and Dejon Holloway, or would it be DeJuan Holiday? It could be DeJuan Holiday. I'm going to call him DeJuan Holiday. Then to the defense. The offensive line looks like it's in a very good spot for year one at least. The defensive line, Colin Sheffield, senior left end. Malik Robinson-Ross, who's a junior. Xavier Metcalf is a sophomore. Shane Hurst, freshman, and Brian Helton, freshman. So the defensive line, at least on the left side, is a little bit sparse in terms of just overall raw talent. Right end, ooh, okay, I like this. CJ Driver, 97, number 97, junior out of Owasso, Oklahoma. Power rusher, 6'5", that's a stud. Franklin Moses, okay, 78 overall, or 77, I guess. 6'3" power rusher, sophomore, so we could build around him maybe. Or we could build around this guy, Jeremiah Buckley, who looks to be, from just the first glance, looks to be unbelievable. 87 speed for a defensive end at 6'6" is freakishly crazy. 85 acceleration, 81 agility. Oh, the Team Builder website did me good here. Oh my God, they built me a Chase Young. They built me Chase Young. This is absolutely insane. He's got all the raw talent, and he's a freshman? I mean, this guy's the future. Jeremiah Buckley is the future of the program. He's going to be here for 4 seasons, hopefully, probably 3. He's going to be here for 4 seasons. He's going to be Heisman finalist, I would assume, with these talent, with these numbers. I mean, Jeremiah Buckley's the future. That's crazy. And Jakari Warwick is behind him, but he might never see the field because of this man right here, Jeremiah Buckley. Then we go to defensive tackle. We've got Denzel Alexander, KJ Posey, who's 6'6", 385. That's a big dude. My God, with 95 strength as well, makes sense. Then you've got Matt Murray. So we've got a very upperclassman-heavy defensive tackle room. So we're going to have to probably recruit some of those guys. William McSimmons, who's a sophomore, and then Bryson Conrad and Darius Lockett, both freshmen. Okay. So defensive tackle is going to be another need that we're going to have to focus on in the portal or in recruiting to get some younger guys in here. Left outside linebacker, Jamello Harris, 72 overall. Then you've got Daquan Denard, who's a sophomore. Ulysses Washington IV, is a left outside linebacker, 64 overall, sophomore, excuse me. And then Michael Gilly is a freshman out of Newcastle, Oklahoma. Okay. Middle linebacker, we've got Tay Huff, who is a senior at 78 overall, middle linebacker. Joel Glass, also their junior. Then you got Tavier or Tavir? I don't know. I'm going to call him Tavir, but I don't know. Johnson. I'm just going to call him Johnson. And then you got Quentin Luther. So decent middle linebacking core. Hopefully Tay Huff can control the middle of the field like that. Jalen Galloway at right outside linebacker, 81 overall. Rob Weber and Antoine Sparks II is their linebacking core. So we got an okay linebacker core. We're certainly going to be needing to look for recruits in the future to bolster that. And then you got the corners. You got Javoris Lumpkin, who is a junior corner out of Missoula, Montana? Is that MT's Montana? I think that's Montana. Dorian Clemens is a senior. So we've got a very, very upperclassman, very experienced cornerback room. We'll have to see how that plays out next season. When does Lumpkin go? It depends on how good of a season he has. Does he go to the draft, or does he leave? Does he transfer? What's going to happen? I don't know. We've also got Lorenzo Tomlinson, T.T. Claiborne, Eric James Jr., who's a freshman. We've also got Kayvon Justice, who's a freshman. Albert McAfee III, sophomore. And then Braxton Hall, who's a freshman as well. So we've got some young guys in there. 3 upperclassmen, then all underclassmen. I like that. That's a nice little mix. And I didn't mean to back out there because we were almost done. Let's get to the final players on the team. The freshman free safety is Shamar Watts. The senior free safety is Logan Warren, who's a 79 overall. Emmanuel Bateman, junior free safety. Lionel Solomon, sophomore. And then obviously Shamar Watts. Okay, like that. Good depth there. Strong safety, Jontre Russell, Jeremiah Woolen, and Rocky Beasley. I like that name, Rocky Beasley. Okay, you've now met the team. Here's the kicker and the punter if you care. Kellen Turner and Joey Kenton. And then you've got Blake Vincent as the kicker and punter. Okay, you've met the team now. Maybe some of those guys can end up being channel legends. Who knows? As far as red shirts go, I obviously want to redshirt that wide receiver. I don't think we need to redshirt any quarterbacks because Scott Tarpley's never going to play, and Adam Madison might need to stay without a redshirt so that maybe if Wheeler or Nobles gets hurt, then we can have a decent backup. Running backs, we definitely should be redshirting a couple of these guys. Probably these 2 guys down here, Mac Bannister and Deshaun Oliver, because Kendrick Mosley, Deuce Washington, and Ethan Hooks will all hold down the fort for Emil Singer. So let's redshirt Bannister and Deshaun Oliver so those 2 guys can have more eligibility. Wide receiver, I probably just want to do Z Smith. I mean, Greenwell Jr. is probably not going to see a lot of playtime. It's going to be Tolles, Allen Jr., Trinidad, and Weeks are going to be my 4 main guys. And then out of the back, it's going to be probably Caleb Matthews and Blankenship. So Ivan Berry might see some playing time, but I don't really know too much. I think I'm going to, let's redshirt Christopher Greenwell Jr., give him more eligibility. And then tight ends, it doesn't really even matter to redshirt these guys. I mean, no, not really. I'd rather have Hatcher get playtime so that when these 2 guys develop, maybe he is a little bit better. I don't know. He's probably never going to get playtime anyway. Left tackle, we should probably redshirt at least one of these 2 left tackles that are freshmen. Let's redshirt. We should probably redshirt both of them, honestly, because are we really going to go through both left tackles? Let's redshirt both of them. And then we've got left guard, we'll redshirt Monty Moore. Center, we'll redshirt London Bradley. Right guard, we'll redshirt Javon Morrison Jr., and then I'll keep all of the right tackles just in case we need an extra tackle. So we'll keep one of those guys. Left end, we're definitely going to be redshirting Shane Hurst and Brian Helton. Right end, probably Jakari Warwick, but not Jeremiah Buckley. I want him to get playtime like crazy because I want him to be a 90. He's got potential to be a 99. That is for sure. Defensive tackle, Bryson Conrad and Darius Lockett will get redshirt. Left outside linebacker, Michael Gilly will get redshirted. We could redshirt one of these sophomores, maybe. Quentin Luther probably gets redshirted. I won't redshirt Johnson, though. And then Antoine Sparks II will get redshirted as well. Corners, I'll redshirt Braxton Hall. and maybe one of these two guys, because we would be left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 corners is pretty good, plus either one of these guys. So let's redshirt the sophomore. Albert McAfee the second, or the third, I mean. He will get redshirted as well. Free safeties, Shamar Watts will get redshirted, and probably Lionel Solomon should get 2. So we'll redshirt him. Strong safety, Rocky Beasley gets redshirted for a season, and then we'll probably just redshirt this kicker, because why would we have 2 kickers in the team? So we'll redshirt him. Punter, we can't redshirt. And boom, that's probably going to be all the red shirts that we need to give out. So all those guys will have an extra year of eligibility, as long as they don't transfer out. I do want to point out one thing. One special thing that I want to implement with this team builder is the implication and the awarding of specialty jerseys. And what I mean by that is some programs have a history of either their team captain or their best players. They get to wear a specific number. Penn State does this. Ohio State does it with the Block O. Teams around the world, or around the country, at least some teams, do a special number that only a certain player gets to wear every season. And I want to implement that with our team. So those numbers are going to be 1 on offense and 1 on defense. Those numbers are number 13 on offense, and that is going to be worn by, in the first season, Amani Tolles. He's our best player in terms of offensive weapons, so he's going to be the recipient of the number 13. So that's going to be the number 1 jersey, the offensive jersey number. And then on defense, it's going to be the number 33. And that is going to be held by Tay Huff in the first season. So I want some special historic type of thing to go along with this series. So adding in specific jersey numbers where only one person, the best person that I feel deserves it, gets to wear that number. And it's usually going to be going to just upperclassmen. But in case of like serious circumstances, like maybe Jeremiah Buckley, who's a freaking freshman, if he impresses me so much, he might be able to wear number 33 by his sophomore season or his junior season. So that's all possible. You have to really, really deserve to wear the number. And I feel like Tay Huff in the first season deserves to wear number 33, and the same thing with Amani Tolles at number 13. So those are the 2 numbers, the 2 specialty numbers, the 2 sacred numbers, you could say. Everybody else can have whatever number they want. But those 2 numbers are only going to be reserved for the person on each side of the ball that deserves it the most. Either team captain, best player, those 2 things could be the same. And then, or just a guy that I feel like he deserves it. He's been here, he's been grinding, he deserves that type of respect. So wanted to point that out there right away so that you guys are familiar with how the program tradition is going to start. Okay, so with all that out of the way, it's time to possibly upgrade our coach. Dickie Guyton is a recruiter because obviously he's like the Brian Hartline of Ohio State, because he was a stud in the NFL. He knows how to get to the NFL, so he's going to be recruiting wide receivers. We're going to put 5 points on wide receiver. He's obviously going to be a strong wide receiver recruiter because he knows how to take wide receivers and put them in the NFL because he got there. So here we go. We have the conference standings, the preseason top 25. We're not going to be a part of all this because, remember, we're only a 1-star program. Let's set up the recruiting board, then we'll get to the custom schedule. Remember, Heisman difficulty is going to be very, very tough. I'm a little bit worried about that. I can't wait to show you guys the uniforms and the field. Okay, so guys that are interested in coming to Northern Ohio, we've got a couple of 1-star guys. What about 2-star guys? Ooh, okay, we've got a 3-star middle linebacker, Stephen Curtin. Put him on the board, absolutely. We've got a right outside linebacker, Deontay Prude. Okay. Then you've got Grant Kane. I'm going to put him on the board. Definitely Javier Pascal. Alfonso Kane, love the name. I'm going to put all of these guys that are like big 3 and 4-star, well, just 3-star guys. And then we'll put some actual like 1-star guys that are super interested. So we need left tackle. We need left guard and right guard. They want us to get a quarterback. Is there any quarterback that wants to come here that's better than a 1-star? Ooh, there is. Okay, there's a 2-star. That's a little bit better, I guess. We'll put the 2-star guy on the board, Quincy Vigil. Okay, 6 foot improviser. And I'll also put Gideon Trueblood on here because he's an athlete. You never know what he could play. So we'll put those quarterbacks on the board. We will go back to the interest side of things, and I'll put a couple of receivers on here probably, even though we don't really need receiver. We've got a guy like Roddy McCracken. That's a great name. Josh Kimball. Shakir Hawkins, Jeremy Ham. I'll put Shakir Hawkins on here as well. What about defensive end? Sean Hedgie? Could be Hedgie. Couple quarterbacks. We already got our quarterbacks on here. Alex McCree. Dexter Town. Definitely need to go for tight end. Let me just look at that straight up. We definitely need to look at some tight ends here. So what kind of star rating do we have? We got Troy Bernard, who's a 2-star. And then we've got Townsend and Olakun. And I want to put Rico Peppers because I like the name. Okay, so let's go to corner maybe. Put a couple of corners on the board. Any big-time corners that are interested? No, everybody's just a 1-star that's interested in our program. Fun. Tyree Regis, Jake Nall, and Ventrice Figueroa. What a name. What an absolute name. Outside linebackers, I already put one on here in McCree. Oh, we put Perud on there, that's right. And then I'll put Danny Scales, who's a 2-star. Middle linebackers, I will put... Man, nobody really wants to come here, do they? Peter Ellis, Cole Stock, and then probably Matthew Everett as well. So that leaves 5 players available to put on the list. The center position, we already have 2 athletes on here at the center position, but I'll put one of the 1-star guys that are interested in coming here, like Forrest Newman. And then we can go to maybe D-tackle and add a couple of guys. Ooh, here we go. We got a couple 2-stars in Sean Fournette and Micah Lennon. Nice. Ooh, James De La Puente. I'm putting him on there for the name alone. That is a legendary name. One more position or one more spot available, and we'll put a defensive end on here. Is there any defensive ends that are higher? Ooh, okay. Yeah, we already have 2 defensive ends on there. I'll put on Rafael Shabazz. Okay. 35 prospects added to the board. How do I want to spend my points? We have 450 points here in your number 1. How do I want to spend the points? How do I want to spend those points? We probably need to focus and go pretty heavy, not really at quarterback, but I'll spend some points at quarterback just to kind of get a vibe, see who's good. How good are some of these guys? We've got ourselves 86 throw power, 86 acceleration for Gideon Trueblood. I'm already intrigued. 85 speed as well. Okay, Gideon Trueblood is a decent player. Quincy Vigil doesn't look as fast. We'll keep scouting him a little bit later. I didn't put any running backs on the board. What about wide receivers? We don't have a lot of variety in terms of athletes, or in terms of star rating, but we've got an 88 speed, 85 excel Roddy McCracken. I already like the sound of that. Josh Kimball. How fast is he going to be? 88 speed as well. Come on, I just want to find like a stud. I want to find a guy that's got like 103 speed or something like that. So we got all 3 wide receivers. All of them are decently fast, but none of them do anything else really that well. So we'll have to figure out wide receiver. Luckily, it's not that big of a need. Troy Bernard, 2-star tight end. 78 catching is not too bad. 84 acceleration, 79 speed. That's not that bad of a player right there. Looks to be pretty decent. What about offensive tackle Alfonso Kane? He's probably going to be decently good. Yeah, he is decently good. He looks pretty solid. Grant Kane also looks pretty good. What about Javier Pascal? Not a great pass blocker, but we'll have to see. Dante Dunsmore, left end. Is he going to be Studley? 84 acceleration. Okay, looks like he could be something. What about Tyler Wordle? Also could be interesting. D tackles, outside linebacker, Deontay Prude. Come on, be good. 87 speed is great. I love to see that. Okay. Middle linebacker, Stephen Curtin. Be fast. Be fast, please. Do I want to spend my last points on him? I don't know. Corner, free safety. I didn't put any free safeties or strong safeties on here. That's funny. Both these guys are 6'2". What about Figueroa? Our final points, change directions 81. That's pretty interesting. Okay, so we spent all 450 points in the preseason. I think I have an okay idea on some of these guys. I guess we'll have to wait and find out, but I feel like I have an okay idea on some of them. It's time for the custom schedule. So they want us to play Tulane, and then they have us all locked up on conference games, James Madison, USF, FAU, and then ending the season. Okay, if you're wondering, our stadium is named the Race Course because obviously we're the Golden Broncos, so I thought that'd be pretty funny. Now, I do want to say that there is a stadium in the world of sports that is also called the Race Course. It's actually in Wrexham in Wales. It's called the Race Course, but I thought it would be appropriate. I'm not trying to copyright infringe on Wrexham's football stadium or soccer stadium, but I thought it's fitting. It's fitting that the Race Course would be the name of our place. So that's what I named it. So we're playing Tulane. Do I want to start the season with Tulane? Probably not. Let's select somebody else. I don't want to go too easy, but I mean, we are a one-star program that's literally just starting out, so maybe we should go a little bit easier. Should we go Duke? Kind of want to go Duke. We could play against our other rebuild team, which is the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Iowa sucks. Who do I want to play? Not Ohio State, that's for sure. Let's play... I don't want to play an FCS school. I could play Bengals, Riverside Royals. Let's play against a team that could be cool. How about we play against... I don't know. This is tough. I don't know who we should play against. Maybe Liberty? Let's play against Liberty. Sure, why not? We'll play against Liberty, and we'll play at Liberty first game of the season because we have 3 straight home games, so we might as well give one game away to start. Then we got Ball State, Toledo, Bowling Green, Ohio, Central Michigan, Eastern Michigan, and Western. So we play all 3 directional Michigan schools right in a row. That's kind of funny. Then we've got an open game, James Madison, Akron, USF, and FAU. We should probably fill one of these. Probably this one. Who can we play? Who can we play this time? Not a lot of teams. Oh, I like that helmet. That's a pretty sick looking helmet. Let's play against UConn. Oh, you've reached the max. Oh, okay. So I can't play against UConn. I don't want 2 bye weeks in a row. That feels kind of weird. But I guess I can't do anything unless I don't play against Liberty. And we start the season just straight up in the conference. We start the season right up in the conference. I guess that's not weird. I don't like 2 bye weeks in a row. That feels kind of gross. You know what? Let's take off Liberty. We won't play against Liberty. That's going to be an open week. So we're going to start the season. Week 0, we're going to start with a bye. Then we'll go right into conference play. We don't get any non-conference warm-ups. We go directly into conference play. Then we have one of these games. It's probably going to be this game right here, and that's when we play UConn. So let's play UConn right there. And I want to go to UConn. I want to see their stadium. And then we have James Madison, we have Akron, we have USF, and we have FAU. Okay, I like that schedule a little bit better. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 home games, and 1, 2, 3, 4 away games. That's a lot of home games and a lot of away games. Or not as many away games, but I can't control any of the conference home games. They just gave me all of them. I guess what we could do is we could just play James Madison at their place to make it 7 home games and 5 away games. And then we could play FAU. Oh, we already play FAU. We could play USF at their place. But that's 4 away games and 1 home game in this big stretch. That's kind of wild to end the season. That's kind of wild. But at least it evens it out a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 and 6. That's a little bit more even now in terms of home and away. I think that's a little bit better. It just kind of sucks that all of these away games happen at the end of the season, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. I can't control where these conference games are being played, so that's going to be our schedule. Yes, I want to save the changes. It's going to be a grind, but that's the kind of grind we're looking for here with a 1-star program on Heisman difficulty. Final thing that we need to do is not upgrade our coach. It is to simulate to the season. We got our recruiting board set up. We've got our schedule set up. We are locked out of Matthew Everett. Not too surprising. We were ranked 10 on his thing. Amani Tolles is super risky transferring right now. He is a major risk of transferring. That is not ideal. We need to get on the field and make him feel good. Make him feel good about him being here in Northern Ohio. Okay, so recruiting. Start the season with recruiting. We've jumped to number 5 on Curtin. I want to get in on Deontay Prude. So I want to put the house on him. Not literally put the house on him, but I want to get in on him. So we're going to finish up scouting him because I think he's going to be pretty good. Finish up scouting him. Yeah, oh my god, he looks very good. His coverages look pretty solid. Well, his zone coverage does at least. I kind of like Deontay Prude. We're going to offer him a scholarship, and we are going to go straight to contacting his friends and family and searching his social media. I want to get in on him pretty quickly. As for anybody else, who are we at the top of? Some of these 1-stars we're at the top of, which are probably going to be guys that we have to just go after because that's what we're going to be getting. But I don't want to go after just 1-stars. I want to go after 2-stars. It looks like Virginia Tech and Virginia are going to be massive rivals to us because they're going after a lot of the same guys we are. Stephen Curtin, I want to finish scouting up. Also looks okay. I'm going to offer him a scholarship, and I'm going to contact his friends and family, and I'm going to DM him. Grant Kane, I'm going to finish up scouting. Gem on Grant Kane. Okay. Grant Kane, you just earned yourself a scholarship. I probably was going to offer you one anyway, but... And you know what? I'm going to just send the house on you, big dog. We're going crazy. We're going all in on you. Javier Pascal doesn't look that good. He's probably going to be a bust. Oh, he's not a bust. Okay. What is he good at? I don't really even know. Do I want to even offer him a scholarship? He doesn't look that great. I mean, he looks okay. Alfonso Kane. Alfonso Kane looks... looks okay. Looks good. Possibly. We'll get in the mix for him. I'm not going to go too crazy on him. We'll put about 15 points on him. I'm not going to go too crazy. What about Tyler Wurtel? Or is it Wurtel or Wordle? I'm going to call him Wordle. He looks pretty good. He's also a gem. So offered him a scholarship. Then we're going to DM him, and we are going to search his social media so we can hopefully get in the running for him. Dante Dunsmore. Do I want to get in on him? Do I want to get in on Dante Dunsmore? Yeah, I probably do. I probably do want to get in on Dante Dunsmore. He looks like a good player. We're going to DM him, and we're going to search his social medias. Make sure he doesn't say the N-word. Although he probably could. He's allowed to. Daryl Marvin. Do I want to scout Daryl Marvin? I don't remember who this guy is. He's an athlete. He's got 89 strength, 79 speed. He's a very interesting prospect. I don't know. That's all of our points, though. I hope we can get in the running for some of these guys. We got locked out of Matthew Everett. That's okay. All right. We'll see what happens with some of these guys. I really hope we can get on Grant Kane. I sent the house on him. I hope something happens there. But that's week 1 recruiting out of the way. So we'll just simulate right to week number 2 because we had the week 0 bye. So we will move to 3rd on Vantrese Figueroa, 2nd on Maples. Man, Tolles is really threatening to transfer. I really hope he doesn't. Blasingame, True Blood, Fournette locked us out. Dunsmore, we moved to 2nd. And then Curtin and Wurtel, we have moved to number 1. I don't see the guy we sent the house on, but that's okay. We got moved up to number 1 on some big-time linebackers, and we play Ball State. We play Ball State next episode. Yes, Stephen Curtin, and the Dante Prude is the other guy that I wanted to go after. But Grant Kane, we moved to number 1 on Grant Kane. Let's go, baby. Alfonso Kane, we're number 1 on, but Virginia Tech is right there, man. Virginia Tech is right there. I'm going to put more points on Wurtel or Wordle just so that we can make sure we can hopefully lock him up. Same thing with Dante Dunsmore. And probably Alfonso Kane just to kind of keep these other teams at bay, especially Virginia Tech. I also want to put some more points on Deontay. I've been calling Dante. It's Deontay Prude. My bad there. All right, that leaves us with 100 points to go look at some other guys, some other recruits. Do I want to go after some other guys here? What about Jabu Blasingame. He's a left guard. Is he worth going after? Is he worth going after? Doesn't look like it from these numbers. I'm going to just hold off on him. Let's finish scouting up some of these other guys. Gideon Trueblood, definitely want to get in the mix for him. He's a quarterback athlete, it looks like at least. So I definitely want to get in the running for him. Marshall is his top school right now. Josh Kimball, Shakir Hawkins, Alex McCree. We probably need to get in on one of these tight ends. I think Bernard was the better of the two, or the better looking. So we'll go after him, and we will contact his friends and family as well. Okay, so hopefully we can get in on him. Trueblood, I'm really hoping we can get in on. That's going to be a little tricky, though. He's very set on Marshall right now, but maybe we can squeeze in. We're looking pretty good in recruiting so far. And that is going to be the end of the episode. Actually, you know what? It's not going to be the end of the episode because I'm going to show you the jerseys. You'll see the field in the next episode, but we're gonna leave this episode with the jersey combination. So here we are. We have two home and away, and then we have 3 alternates. So here we go. The homes. This is what they look like. Look at this. This is the home uniform. It's the helmet is inspired by the Boise State helmet. I just love a helmet with the Bronco outline on it. So that's what we're going with here. Obviously, it's the white Bronco on it. This is the home uniforms. These are the away uniforms. Ooh, look at the aways. Look at the aways. These are the blackout uniforms. Ooh, look at the blackout uniforms. Those are the blackouts. These are the whiteout uniforms. That is some crispiness right there. Crispiness on the whiteouts. And then our final uniforms. Our uniform number 5, Storm the Castle. Let's go. These are the Storm the Castle uniforms. Oh, these look sexy. These look so sexy. It's crazy. I hope you guys like the uniform combinations well. I created all of them myself, so if they look a little rough, that's why. But I do think they turned out very, very well in-game. I think there's a glitch where Chrome doesn't really work because I uploaded this team like a couple of days prior to this video, and I downloaded them, and I had a Chrome helmet, and the Chrome helmet just like glitches out, I think, for right now, so maybe they'll patch that, I don't know, but I was gonna have the Storm the Castle uniforms be Chrome, but it just wasn't working. It was glitching out. The helmet looked weird and disgusting, so I didn't like it. So I re-downloaded them, I re-edited them, and this is how they've come out now. I really like them. Next episode, now I do know that our home uniforms are kind of flipped, with where we wear our white jerseys at home and our away jerseys are colored. And most teams have the opposite. Their away jerseys are white and their home jerseys are colored. So I do know that, but I just feel like a team that wears white at home feels normal to me. Even though I'm a fan of Ohio State, which wears scarlet at home. I understand how it looks. A team should wear white at home is how I feel for most teams. So, and usually that's how it is for baseball. Like baseball teams, they wear their colored aways and their whites are home. That's kind of where I'm taking it from. So you understand it. But those are the jerseys. Next episode, you will see the field when we take on Ball State. I'm very excited to show you the field. I think it's going to be looking really, really cool. So that is the first episode of our Team Builder Dynasty with the Northern Ohio Golden Broncos. I hope you guys are excited because it is going to be a fun ride. If you enjoyed it, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watch. I truly appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.